Hopefully we are coming in loud and clear. All right, this is Rick with the ICEcast. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. And hopefully you see us and hear us pretty good. Welcome back. This is episode 10 of the ICEcast. And I'm sitting here with my cousin, Brian Lawrence. He was on episode 2. Making sure your mic's on. There you go.
Yeah.
This kid.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 1 in your heart.
I don't know about that. But, so, it's another live episode. Hopefully you guys can jump in, ask some questions while we're talking. And talking? Where did that come from?
Talking.
Over here.
Over here.
Jesus.
Hey, 2 youths, huh?
But we're going to just try and holla. Paulie's in. There you go. So.
Hey, it's a little bit of murk, huh? A little bit of murk, a little bit of trigger, a little bit of melted, huh?
Right.
Hey.
There you go. Did you hear about they wanted to reopen Clearwater Beach?
I wouldn't.
The sheriff straight shut it down.
That's the smartest.
Right.
Not smart.
They wanted to reopen it for exercise purposes and stuff, and it's just stupid.
Yeah, I'm going to go tan. That's an exercise, right?
Right. That's what happened. People just go out there, they go swimming, they would just do regular beach shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if eventually Pinellas County goes into the same thing that Hillsborough just did with the curfew.
Does that mean we can like go outside at a certain time and play the Purge song? Just a Purge horn going off and be like...
Some cities did that. I don't remember what it was. They played the Purge horn.
It was Ohio or something.
That's funny.
Yeah, that cop got in trouble.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
He came out, I was like, I'm sorry for playing the Purge song.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was great.
But there's a couple people, my cousin in particular, Mikey, who's against the curfew over in Tampa. But I think it's a good idea.
It is, because, I mean, you got to figure Tampa, like, shot off. Like, it was just like, oh, we got a virus? I don't play with it. That's kind of what Tampa was
That's
like.
Florida in general.
Yeah.
I just, we go from, every episode is basically talking about this right now because it's the only thing going on, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But more reasons for them to keep us in check, I guess. But Florida, though, did go out and say that live sports is essential, and they're basically opening Florida's doors to Dana White and UFC, saying if they want to hold an event, they can hold it in Florida.
Oh.
Like, I don't know how to feel about that. Like,
well, as it is, Dana White's going to get his own island. He's going to turn into the dude from Mortal Kombat,
right? He's going to buy an island and hold fights. I don't understand that either. But
because he's Dana White.
Are they still saying that, like, they want to hold the event with crowds? I don't think they do.
I don't think it's so much crowds. I think it's more so it can be for the entertainment aspect of it.
Okay, kind of like how WWE's been doing.
Yeah.
Right. All right. But it's still, like, a UFC event with no crowd is just like a wrestling event with no crowd. There's no, like, action behind it. It's not the same. It's kind of...
That's usually what they feed off of. They feed off the crowd. And when you don't have a crowd there to really get behind you, I mean, it's kind of like watching baseball with no fans. It's kind of like, It's like T-ball.
What's wrong with T-ball? T-ball fans are worse than regular fans.
No, it's kind of just like...
You umpired some Little League games. They're freaking terrible. Not T-ball, but like majors. Those parents are bad.
That's what I'm saying. You imagine that game
if you're a
without
parent,
parents?
Your kid's in majors in Little League or something like that, shut up.
That'll never happen.
These umpires out there doing their best.
And they volunteered.
Not getting paid, except with a hot dog and a Coke.
If you're lucky.
Taking foul balls off the wrist and crap. Like, it wasn't fun, but we did it.
It was fun to throw people out.
Throw parents out, yeah.
Yeah.
And throwing the kids out, threw some parents out.
I did have one coach try to argue a rule with me, and I was like, no.
Which rule?
What rule was it? I think it was I don't know. I don't remember exactly what the rule was, but I gave him like 10 minutes to find it.
Oh, and you couldn't find it in the rule
He
book.
couldn't find it. And then after the thing was over, he came out and he started reading it. And he read verbatim what I said to him. He goes, "It's right there." And he read it. I went, "Stop. Now go back and read that last sentence again." And he read it. I was like, "Isn't that what I just told you?" He goes, "Yeah." And walked away. I was like, "All right, I win."
I don't miss doing umpiring. I don't miss Little League. Not even a little bit.
No.
But you recently did something pretty cool. Pretty big.
Yeah. I went and started my own business. Yeah.
What made you do that? Like, because that came out of literally right field.
I've been wanting to do it for a couple of years. I was talking with a friend of mine about possibly starting our own business. Well, he's had his LLC for a while. So I went ahead and LLC'd myself. And then him and I are talking about teaming up on a business. There's a few things that are coming up. The race down in Sebring, they're doing that in October, November. We're thinking about going down there to put a bid in on that.
So with that, you and him would go in, put a bid on the job. But you'd also have to provide like security. You'd have to provide people.
Yeah.
So the bid's gonna have to include what you're gonna pay those people for that weekend.
Yeah, we
Right.
we went down there when I worked for the other security company. We went down to Sebring last year and did it. And I was down there for 11 days. And the company, we found out what they bid on it, and then we found out what they walked out of there with. And we're like, wow, like the amount of money they walked away with and like the accommodations that we didn't have down there, we could definitely provide more for employees and give them more incentive to come.
Right.
So we could pay them a little bit more, give them better housing to stay there, and then still walk away with a decent profit.
And yeah, I guess for the first one too, you might not be as interested in the profit as more as getting your name out there.
Yeah, and it's a pretty sizable event. I mean, like I said, we were down there for about 2 weeks. I think I was down there about that.
Okay.
Dealt with everything from the IMSA race, which is like the cars that race over in Europe and stuff like that. And there's some high dollar cars in there and stuff. So it was decent. It was a good experience, and they liked myself, and the guy I'm going to go with is Jeff. Him and I are going to go into it together. So it'll be nice. It'll be fun.
The last time you were down there, you did it last year?
Yeah.
And is that when you messed your hand up chasing somebody?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just saw that picture the other day for some reason on my phone.
Yeah, I caught him. He was in a restricted area, and I tried to talk to him. He took off running from me, and I guess he thought I was fat and not quick.
You are fat. You're just quick.
Yeah. Yeah. There he is.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Glad you could wake up in time for this. Speaking of waking up in time, man, my schedule's so messed up.
Oh, yeah.
Like bad. Like I didn't go to sleep until 10 in the morning.
Wow.
I couldn't fall asleep. I'll just lay there and I'm like,
Wide awake.
yeah. Then
Yeah.
it's so dramatic, and I need to get that back on track.
Well, it's funny because I tell the girls, because I got, my original schedule, I was off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So Monday, Tuesday, I was the teacher. Oh, wait, this way.
There you go.
Teacher. And I would tell the girls, like, okay, your substitutes will be here Wednesday and Thursday.
This homeschooling stuff, man, makes you appreciate them teachers a little more. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Well, the funny part is today I got the news that they're closing the area where I'm working. So now I'm off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I work Friday, Saturday. I'm like, what the?
Doing what? Where are you going to be Friday, Saturday?
At the bank.
At the bank.
Yeah.
Where nobody's allowed in.
Yeah. So you know what I do? I just sit there.
There you go on your phone, right?
So playing games.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's definitely not fun.
I wouldn't think so.
Not fun.
Man.
Definitely not fun.
Before we get into one other thing, I also saw. Did you see Trump's sports council that he put together?
No.
He's putting together like an advisory council of all the top owners and whatever of sports. So you got Goodell's a part of it, Dana White, Vince McMahon, from every major sport.
Right.
He wants to put them together to find a way to bring the economy back to working. It's like, you want the economy back to working, we got to get this damn virus under control, first of all. But
Yeah, no kidding.
it's like I don't know what it was, but something about like he's tired of watching 14-year-old sporting events or something like that. And I'm like, only our freaking president would be like, I'm tired of watching this. Let's restart it. Jerk.
Restart button. Click.
God.
We don't even have those anymore on PC, on games or anything.
Yeah, no restarts.
Power off, power on. Computer's about the only thing that has a restart button.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about the only kind of, it's not even big news, but it's news that you and I at least know. That's the recent releases from all the, from the WWE.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Wrestling every year, usually about this time, does a handful of releases of their superstars. They released a ton of people.
Yeah.
Including their head referee, about a dozen producers, and the people that the wrestlers themselves they released aren't surprising. A lot of them either weren't being used or were asking for their release for a while.
Right.
There's only two that actually kind of like upset me, like that sucks, and that'd be Rusev and Sarah Logan. Those two are the only ones I was like, that kind of sucks. Kurt Angle and a bunch of scrubs. Kurt Angle is a scrub now, dude. Sorry. Like, he doesn't do anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you're tired, sir, you can go back to sleep.
Right? He just woke up. What are you talking about? It's 7:13. He just woke up.
Oh, hold on. He doesn't understand it. Sir, it's 1913, sir.
There you go. Right. He'll probably say that he'll be on to play a game in 2 hours and then not get on.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Anyway, but it was very surprising to see so many. The names that surprised me would have been Heath Slater and Zack Ryder, only because those are two that should have been released a long time ago and just never released. And all of a sudden they are. So I was like, all right.
Well, the ones that surprised me are going to be Gallows and Anderson. So that just goes to tell me that...
Canning all day?
All right.
We're going to let that go.
Somebody needs to learn how to spell. But Anderson and Gallows would be the two that surprised me the most, because that just tells me that AJ's not far behind, that he's going to be done. And I think they're going to go...
I think AJ's fine where he is. He likes it there. I think AJ tried his best to keep his boys in. But, yeah, Eric Rowan was released, but who cares about that?
I think he's going to wind up going to AEW with...
Who cares, honestly?
AEW's actually got a... we figured that much there.
We know you just woke up.
Sergeant Dads.
AEW, man, I crapped on that for the longest time, but the more I've kind of gotten into it, the more I've really enjoyed what they're doing. I can see a handful of these going over there. Anderson, Gallows, EC3, Rusev for sure, maybe Kanellis, but
I know that's where your boys are going to go. Scott Dawson and
yeah, they're definitely going to go there.
They're going
Revival, FTR.
Yeah.
They were released last week.
Yeah.
Finally,
after they
I don't think it's
requested
the last round either. You're going to see more.
Oh yeah.
But
well, they cut like $4 million.
They had to.
Yeah.
Everybody has to cut.
Ain't that the damn truth?
We'll change the subject a little since we don't want to see those Z's. I saw this today, and I know we haven't played it as much lately, but we're going to bring up Siege. They're thinking of taking the ACOG away from Doc. Now, the reason that's such a big deal is him and Rook are the only ones that still have it on defense, because they took it away from Maestro. They took it away from Jaeger a long time ago. But if they take it away from Doc, I guarantee you that's going to be a big deal for a lot of the pro players.
Yeah. I haven't played that game in a while.
Right. No, unfortunately. We've been stuck on a lot of games lately.
Yeah.
Playing a little bit of Call of Duty more than we used to. And I've never... The Trigger Sure still waiting. Yeah, he's still waiting for his.
Yeah. I'll get that to you either this week or next week.
What was I just saying? Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I haven't liked Call of Duty since Modern Warfare, basically. Maybe
All
Black
gillied
Ops
up.
1. And this new mode that they're doing, the Plundered, has been really fun.
Yeah.
and but even now, I'm starting to get really annoyed with it.
Well, if you watch, you see all these people that view the hackers and stuff that are doing it with aimbot. It's just like you take the fun away from the game. It's really not fun. Like, I know they want to make it fun to where everybody can play against each other with cross-platform, but I think it's cross-platform has to go.
Yeah, or at least give us the option to turn it off.
You know,
You know,
because it's not fun when you play against somebody with a mouse and keyboard who can move 360 like 100 times faster than you can. Yeah, you can adjust your sensitivity and everything, but it's not the same.
right?
It's not the same at all.
No, that and this new using rocket launchers for everything. Like I remember for the longest time, Call of Duty was all about quick scoping with like the snipers, and now everybody's running around with a rocket launcher, and
Yeah.
it's really annoying.
Yeah.
And so I'm just kind of over that. Been playing PC a lot more. Got you to try a couple. You got me on DayZ. We tried that a little bit. Now we jumped into 7 days last night, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Enjoy that. But for me, what I've been enjoying a lot is a game called Mountain Blade Bannerlord, and it's a solo game. There's a multiplayer aspect, but it's PvP. But it's basically based in the medieval times, and you start off as a nothing. You grow, you build your own kingdom, you grow your own family and stuff, take on other kingdoms, and it's the closest thing to a Game of Thrones game I can get. So as of right now, that's what I got to use. But I've been enjoying the crap out of that.
Yeah, been playing that, and we played Gary's mod.
Not a lot of Gmod, not as much as I'd like.
Yeah,
I love Gmod. I got into that by watching Achievement Hunter, and that Gmod's just it's a sandbox game that has mini games inside of it. So you have murder, you have terrorist hunt, you have prop hunt, and that's a lot of fun.
Prop
you,
hunt's
you, get
fun.
you get a handful of guys in there, and you can have a lot of fun with it, especially prop hunt Lord Stark. Well, great. So you just sent me to die because all the lords of, aside from the broken one, I just restarted that again. Game of Thrones. Just a
haven't
few
even
days ago.
started it.
Dude.
Never watched
I'm
it.
gonna tell you what, the same thing that Paul and Mike told me, and that was like just get through season 1 basically. Funny thing is, if you get through season 1, season 2 will hook you, and you'll watch the rest. Then you'll go back and watch season 1 again and completely appreciate the story that's building. That's the thing that happened with me, and I'm on. This is like my 4th watch through of it again, and I'm on the end of season 2 right now. But the thing with Game of Thrones is the books that George R.R. Martin wrote, they ended probably about season 5 or 6 of the show. They had 8 seasons, so the writers kind of had to create their own story. Season 7 was great. Season 8 was complete toe jam. It was garbage.
Hot mess.
But as I showed Bliss, I found a guy on YouTube. He did 2 videos that he said it was basically his rewrite of I was just reading Paul's comment. I'll get to that in a second. It was his rewrite of season 8. This dude needs to be hired and given money for the cast to redo season 8 because his story was amazing. The way he closed out certain stories and didn't kill off certain people but killed off others, and it was so good to the point where instead of season 8, that when I get back to it, I won't watch that. I'll just freaking watch the YouTube thing again and listen to him. Paul saying that's what he heard about Walking Dead. Yeah, I mean, Walking Dead's another one. If you get through season 1, you're usually hooked. Some people, I guess, not. But on that one, I can safely say you're not missing anything.
Yeah, no.
Season 2 through 4 were probably good. And then that fell off real hard. And that's coming from me. I love zombies. I love zombie movies, zombie shows. And that was bad. That's gotten real bad.
I watched until they left the prison, and then I was like, yeah, this show's boring.
That's pretty much when it went downhill. And it's hard to say that because Jeffrey Dean Morgan that plays Negan, who's one of the worst villains probably in any comic that I know of, he's really good. He plays the character perfectly. But aside from him, the story sucks. The characters have no arc, and it's not fun to follow. So, what else we got going on? Anybody got anything for us? I mean, this is quarantine edition. Luckily, I was able to get him over. So
I'm essential.
I just didn't want to do another live one by myself because it's hard. It's like you try and come up with stuff on the fly. Like on an edit, you can stop, you can talk more, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's not much going on in the world aside from us being quarantined. Trying to, as I like keep touching my face too. Like, wash your hands, don't touch your face. But
Everybody should have got that paper. Everybody should be getting their
I
stimulus
got
checks.
mine today. Did you yours?
I got mine. That's how I got my car out of the shop.
Hey, Josh is in. Josh is very essential. He works. He works retail.
You spelled special wrong.
Special too.
Sandwiches? Yeah, I don't get sandwiches. Sorry.
Wonder where the team. Well, if you acted like a team and didn't travel off of the mark,
Yeah, that's
I'd
my
blunder
fault.
with you more.
That was my
He
fault.
followed you. Anyway, as I was saying, Josh is, aside from Tank, get out of here, dude. Dog always trying to get on a podcast. You've got your doctors, your nurses, the medical people, and then right after that, your essential people are your retailers who work in the pharmacy area, and pharmacy, grocery, all of that. Like they're super essential. And the thing that I'm hearing the most is like people are still going in there and being complete cocks, and I hate that. It's like in this time, these people are out there still working their job as if nothing's going on,
Yeah.
and you guys are being rude to them and stuff, and it's like that makes no sense. And so like I would love to know like how much of a difference it is working the retail. Like during this, can you tell that there's a difference in traffic in your store? You know, this, that, and the other. I feel maybe for certain places that have a pharmacy drive-through, maybe that's all they should have open.
Yeah.
You know, keep a couple people in the store, continuously cleaning. I had a couple 2 days ago acting like. Unfortunately, where you work, bro, they act like a fool every day.
Yeah. It's because your location.
Location and store.
Yeah.
But like a place like that, you keep a manager on duty, you keep maybe 2 employees out on the floor, and then your pharmacy staff. Granted, the line's going to get backed up, but get essentials only. Don't come through the pharmacy drive-through. Give a list of, you know, Excedrin, this, that, and the other, and then like fucking hairspray. Like that's not essential. You don't need hairspray right now.
I gotta look good.
You gotta look good with your hairspray. Like,
Yeah.
but you know,
I'm afraid of no water.
yeah. The essential things are falling upon people the wrong way. Just like this whole thing with Florida opening to sports, it's not essential to me.
No.
But I get that people are annoyed by it. The Rona.
Spreading the Rona.
If I had it, I know I probably am, but luckily I'm clear for now. I got a nice custom face mask I wear when I go out that my family from Ohio provided. It's a Browns face mask.
So you're catching the Rona for sure.
No way. No, the Browns D always letting stuff through. But still, it's really, I really appreciate what she did, how she made it. You know, it just wraps around the ear with these big things. They'll hold anything. So,
Carrie's aunt's making me a Miami Hurricanes one.
out of like fabric and stuff. That's awesome. Yeah,
Buddy.
you'll wear that with pride as you go rob a store, just like other Hurricanes.
We're not the Gators here.
We just kill people. We don't rob
Exactly.
stores. We only had one.
It's not Florida State, you know. We're not stealing crab legs from places or nothing.
All Florida teams, man. Jeez, you got that's incredible.
Oh, that's true. The Browns never catch anything, so you're good.
Damn.
That's amazing.
I can't even really say anything about that because like we have 2 great receivers and a great tight end. Quarterback still finds out how to throw to the other team.
That's the best receiver on the team is the other team.
I mean, what are you gonna do? the sophomore slump, maybe he'll come out of it if this season ever starts.
There's always next year.
That's our freaking motto, Cleveland Browns. It's always next year. But that, like I've said this before, like with last season when we had Landry, we had Baker coming off a good season, we signed OBJ, and everyone's like hyping the Browns, and I'm like, as a real Browns fan, I'm like, we'll still find a way to fuck it up. Like, don't worry.
That's true.
But speaking of quarterbacks, Tom,
MF and Brady.
yeah, it's a weird thing because can't stand the Patriots. Never have liked them. It's almost like the Yankees to me. Tom Brady's always been like Jeter to me. Don't like him. Respect him, though. Like, you look at it, it's like, okay, I mean, you got to respect what he's done. Even if the balls are deflated or whatever other things have happened, you respect how good he was, what he's done. This is going to be a true test of a whole new climate, a whole new area, stuff like that, and seeing how he does. He has a great receiving core with them, but as you silence your phone there.
Yeah, that's my partner.
All right. Probably saw you. I was like, don't say my name.
Don't say my name, stupid.
Doing, I didn't say I was doing that. But Tom, I heard he went out to try and trademark, was it Tampa Brady and something else, so that he can use for like merchandise and stuff.
It was
Tampa Bay and
Tampa Brady or something.
Tampa
like that.
Brady, something like that.
And somebody did it already.
Stupid. Oh my God. There was an article, I didn't get to read it yet though, but somebody was like trying to do an article on Giselle, his wife, and like the difference for her, because she has to move also. She's going to have to now live in Tampa Bay, which, I mean, certain areas are great, but...
Well, I mean, they rented out Jeter's house.
Is that what they did?
Yeah.
They're going to stay there?
Yeah. That was
okay,
a big
so they got
article.
a big house.
Yeah. It's like 7 bedrooms.
What do you need 7 bedrooms for? Just 'cause?
I mean, they got 4 kids.
All right.
So that's what 5 bedrooms taken. That's a game room and an office, bro.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, for Tom Brady, it's a hardware room,
Right.
and an office.
Well, a lot of them, like for the one that I've seen at least, he used his second floor hallway as his hardware room. That's where he had all his plaques and trophies and stuff. And he had an office and bar upstairs. That was pretty cool.
We got 4.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's hard to do a podcast right now and get somebody on because not a lot of people are able to get on.
That's what the mannequin hand's for, Paul, to hold all the rings.
Dude, if I was Brady, I'd have a Thanos glove sitting in my house with all my rings on it. Because I mean, at that point, you got enough to put it in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 2 Thanos gloves almost. But it's hard to get people on here. Luckily, you are able to come over. You live close enough. I mean, it's a struggle, but I'm trying to get this out here, and I do appreciate everybody that still tunes in, even if you're not live right now. The ones that watch it later.
What are you waiting for?
He's waiting to be on the podcast. Maybe if you didn't live almost 2 hours away, sir. And
Is that hell yes to the Thanos glove, I'm assuming?
I'm hoping so. I thought it was a good idea. But as I was saying, I do appreciate everybody that has not only just watched but has been on multiple times now for certain people, and just the amount of support I've had for this has been pretty overwhelming. And I'm really excited to hopefully continue this and make it bigger, make it better. I want to use this as a setup. Hopefully, when I get back into doing recorded podcasts, I'll get it set up to record at the table that we normally sit at.
You can call in.
You can call the phone, but I'm not going to put it on speaker. Yeah, the glove, the Thanos glove. Yeah, I would definitely have a Thanos glove with my Super Bowl rings if I was Brady.
You could probably probably make a Thanos glove. That'd be amazing.
I bet Paul can make a Thanos glove.
You probably could. Here you go, Paulie. That's your next chore. Make Brady a Thanos glove.
Well, for me, that's not a Thanos glove. I don't give a damn about Tom Brady. I'll put it somewhere. I put it in the back like this, just flipping people off. No, B, I definitely want to get you on, bro. You know that.
Near heart attack.
At this point, maybe we can do like a Discord session. I've done it before. That's what I did with Tyler. So, near heart attack. You have nowhere else to be driving there. We're not supposed to be driving places, sir.
Yeah, he's not essential.
That's rude.
I mean, I got a letter.
Okay, so when you guys like rewatch this, it's going to be cut right here. So you're just going to see me. But who made a short joke? Did you?
I think because we said he could make one. You got to figure if you watch.
Okay.
If you watch.
He's a big dwarf, though.
Yeah.
That's funny, though. I like that. Yeah, we'll go with that. But no, B, we will, if anything, we'll definitely at least get a Discord or Skype call recorded and get you on. Because, I mean, you've been at least mentioned in every damn episode. It's about time we get the last member of the team on here.
Right.
It'd be real fun to get, like, hear some of the stories that you're able to share about being overseas and stuff. And hearing what you think about the current situation and what's going on. So, what else you got going on? Anything going on with you?
Just trying to get all that stuff taken care of so I can get my business and find out what's going on with the whole work situation and everything. I got something lined up for another job, but I gotta wait to find out about it.
Don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it. So.
Right.
But it's if I do get it, it'll be a federal job, so we'll see.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Means I'm going to have to take everything down that he's ever been in.
No, you shouldn't have to.
It's not going to be a long podcast. The only reason it's going to be long is because you don't let anybody else talk.
That's going to be long because you're going to be waiting for him to show up.
That too. No, that podcast will start with, "Hey, B, how are you?" And then I'm just going to... And he's just going to go. He doesn't need anybody else. He can do this by himself. But, I mean, it's a short one. It's only been 35 minutes, but at the same time, there's not a lot to talk about. We talked about the main things going on, which is still the freaking COVID.
Rude.
Truth. Honesty. And hopefully
Scout's honor.
soon we'll be able to do some good podcasts. We'll be able to do normal things again. And just get out and into the world and not wear a mask.
Have a big old barbecue.
That's for sure. As soon as we're able to, we need to hold just a huge barbecue somewhere.
Coronavirus barbecue.
Just bring nothing but Coronas to drink.
Right.
I do appreciate those who have tuned in. I appreciate those who are watching this after the fact. And
get your GTA cash.
This dude's still on GTA. Jesus.
It's not like you can complete your...
I know. Well, I don't think it's crashed anymore. We tried it and we suck at it, but we failed multiple times. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off because I think there's not as much to cover as we would like. It's unfortunately just another day of surviving and trying to stay clean and healthy and not cough in each other's mouths.
What?
I don't know.
Who is coughing in your mouth?
The dog. But
that's
oh my God, that's my cousin. Cindy's in. That's awesome. Hey, girl. Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that too. I will make sure you're here. That's awesome. I love you. I miss you so much.
I've watched it a few times.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen it. That's the one where they catch deadly stuff. No. It's boaters with it's the fish nets and stuff, right?
Well, they catch crabs and fish and stuff like that, but most of it's like king crab, stuff like that.
What's so deadly about king crab?
Because they do it up in Maine where it's like freezing cold and
so
the water and
stuff is deadly. Gotcha.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty nasty. Like, I mean, they get like 17-foot waves that crash into the boats and stuff. It's pretty. Like, if you've seen some crazy storms and stuff, where like the boat's like down here, and like the waves like way up here, yeah, and it's like going, yeah, that's like legit.
People watch that?
Yeah.
It's Alaska, not Maine. Dumbass. That's the other side.
They have shit in Maine too. Don't judge me.
He's laughing his ass off at you. No, I've never seen it. It didn't. I'm not a big TV person as it is, especially when it's like reality stuff. So
We can fight about it.
kick his cane out from under him. You know when he's on, he's just gonna do nothing but bash all of you guys.
Oh yeah.
Because that's all this has been.
It's
Anytime.
okay. Just remember, if I'm watching and he's on and he's talking smack, I know where you're at.
Probably won't be live. That's short bus though. Aw,
Who's on the short bus?
you.
I'm
So
on short
big
bus.
helmet.
I don't got a big helmet.
You got a big head.
I got a big brain.
No, you don't. Big head, small brain.
I got a degree. I got a brain.
Who'd you pay to get a degree?
Everest University.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate for them. They just giving shit out to people.
It might be. Maybe. Could be.
Yep.
Cricky cracky. Anybody else wanna?
Yeah, I don't see much else coming through, so we'll end it here. But again, appreciate everything, guys. And hopefully next week I can have something up and going a little more entertaining.
Oh, now the dwarf jumps in.
Licking windows and everything. Yeah, no, you don't want to compare degrees
No,
with him.
no, I'm good. I'm good.
Which one, though? I mean, maybe you have a small one you can compare with his. No. maybe not.
Ain't nothing small here. I got a big belly.
I'm talking about his degrees.
Oh,
He's got big
gotcha,
degrees.
gotcha.
He might have a little degree somewhere that's on the same line as yours. Yeah, probably, man.
No, don't tell me what to do.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Once again, also for if there's anybody, I mean, I'm pretty sure I know the people that are watching, and I thank you guys, and I love all of you. But anybody that's watching this after, just let me know if you ever want to be on. I mean, that's what it's here for. Yeah, I want to know what's going on in your lives, and do some family stories. That would be good. Oof. See, that's why I can't have certain family members on, because they would just roast me. They would, and like I was afraid of having Paul on, because he could just talk about things that I would just, all right, cutting this off. Apparently, that's it for him. That was his daughter calling, I think. But I next week I'm going to make sure I have some kind of guests on. The live thing, it's fun, but it's still kind of new to me. But I'll definitely try and have it video recorded also, because I think that's something it's been really fun. So even if it's not live, we'll at least have video of the podcast from here out. And on that note, I love you guys, and please stay safe. Later.
I'm a lobster.